I had an injury, or a spinal cord injury in 2008 on Valentine's Day, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was a work-related injury, so I got crushed by a forklift. I was in hospital for about 11 months after that, and going through rehab, and basically learning how my body worked again, and that's when I got fitted with my first KFO. And it was just a locked leg KFO, and I wore that for about 2 years, I think. It was really difficult to navigate anything other than flat ground. So even if the terrain changed a little bit, it was uneven. It was difficult because one leg didn't bend, so you'd be uneven and it'd get into your hips type thing, and it caused a lot of pain in my back as well, because there was always one leg was always straight. Yeah, it was great if you went to a shopping centre or if you walked inside a hospital, but anything else and that, going down ramps, up hills, even sitting down, because I had to bend to pull like the release lever. I tried not to think about it. I tried just to focus on walking and focusing on the things that I could do. I got fitted with the EMAC Active, and it only locked in full extension, and I got really good at walking in it after about a period of time. So after say 20 minutes of walking in it, but I never always reached full extension, and it wouldn't lock. And so I'd just fall on the ground, and that's obviously not very safe, but also destroyed your confidence, and it's like this is an issue. Darren fitted me with a Hoarding stance control, and that just changed everything, because the knee could bend and I could walk a lot more naturally. I didn't have to hip hitch, so my pain reduced dramatically, and I was able to walk a lot faster. And it was a lot easier to negotiate uneven grounds, but it was still difficult, particularly if there was it was on a hill, or there was compound angle, so there was two sort of factors that was still a little bit difficult, but much more manageable in wearing the Hoarding for sure. So, and I wore it for about 4 years. So. I went to a testing day to try the C-Brace, and I got a bit of an idea on how it worked, and I thought it could help me. So we put all the documents in to get approval, and it took 12 months, so it was a long wait, but once it was approved and I was fitted, it just changed everything. It didn't seem like anything was a real struggle anymore to walk on different terrain in different areas. It became a lot more manageable, and it wasn't like I didn't have to really think about, I have to walk this way or I have to walk that way. I could walk wherever I wanted to go, basically. It made life a lot easier to negotiate. To be able to walk down hills and have the knee bend and dampen is, just reduce my pain like the least amount of pain I've ever had since my injury. So. Braces, all the other braces I wore, I had to think about, how to negotiate, where to walk, the bumps in the ground, and I looked at the ground quite a lot. But now I wear the C-Brace, it's not something I have to worry about anymore. I can just put it on and walk. I don't have to think about how to walk or use a lot of my space thinking about how do I tackle this area. Or now I can just put on the C-Brace and just start walking, and I don't need to think about it. And I can go about doing other things like crossing the road and watching out for cars, or watching out with the kids, so it makes life a lot more manageable. We've always wanted, my wife and I have always wanted to be in an area where we can try and grow as much food as we wanted to, and live a bit more of a sustainable lifestyle. And use our time to grow food, but without the C-Brace I wouldn't be able to do those things. Things would be a lot harder, and I'd be thinking about other things like my walking rather than actually just going and doing stuff like everyone else would, so Yeah, it's changed my life completely. It really has. If I didn't have the C-Brace, we wouldn't have moved to Tasmania. I just wouldn't be able to do what I can do.